wanting to become wealthy and achieve financial freedom. This is the dream of countless overworked employees. Yet, dreams are often rich and colorful, while reality can be painfully thin. Week after week, you grind through long hours, only to see the numbers in your savings account stubbornly stuck at zero. At some point, you start to wonder, where exactly did things go wrong? Welcome to Smart Money Basics, the channel dedicated to helping you grow wealthier, smarter, and more financially confident. Today, we're diving into 10 common money mistakes you must avoid at all costs. Pay close attention, because you might recognize yourself in more than one of these. Let me ask you, how often do you tell yourself, it's just a coffee or it's just a pack of cigarettes? Compared to gambling, these small habits feel harmless, right? But when you actually crunch the numbers, the truth hits hard. That $5 coffee you grab every morning, it adds up to $150 a month. For young couples, that's $300. And by the end of the year, a jaw-dropping $3,600, enough to cover a huge chunk of your loan interest. Now, take a moment and think how many other small expenses are quietly draining your bank account. These habits don't just harm your health. They silently chip away at your financial future. So, be honest with yourself. Do you really need that overpriced latte every single day? If staying awake is the excuse, try brewing your coffee at home. It's cheaper, healthier, and you'll thank yourself when you see those savings grow. Let's talk about a trap so many of us fall into: spending money we don't even have. Credit cards, buy now pay later apps like Afterpay or Klarna, and endless social media pressure have made overspending the new normal. Scroll through Instagram, and you see people living like they're on vacation 365 days a year. Luxury cars, first-class tickets, designer brands. Do you ever feel like you're falling behind? There's nothing wrong with treating yourself. But when you start buying things just to impress others, you're digging a financial hole that's hard to climb out of. Think about it. How many purchases were actually for you, and how many were just to keep up appearances? Remember what Dave Ramsey said: we buy things we don't need, with money we don't have, to impress people we don't like. So, next time you feel pressure to spend, pause for a second and ask yourself, do I really need this? Or am I just trying to look good for someone else? The moment you stop chasing appearances, you'll start building real freedom. Here's a funny contradiction. People will compare 10 different stores to save $5 on a phone cable. But when it comes to investing their life savings, they dive in without a second thought. Have you ever jumped on investment just because a friend said it was a sure thing? Real estate is a perfect example. It's often viewed as a guaranteed win. But is it really? If your property sits empty or tenants don't pay, the mortgage and repairs still fall on you. Even safe investments demand homework. You need to understand the market, choose the right location, analyze demand, and prepare for ongoing maintenance. Before throwing in large sums, ask yourself, do I fully understand this investment, or am I just following the crowd? Without research, even the simplest investment can turn into an expensive mistake. Now, be honest. Have you ever been tempted by a too-good-to-be-true investment? Most of us like to think we're too smart to fall for scams, but they've gotten clever. Modern pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes promise low risk, high returns, and quick profits. Here's a reality check. If someone says you can turn $20,000 into $200,000 in a year, wouldn't everyone be rushing to sign up? Exactly. There's no such thing as easy money. The bigger the promise, the bigger the trap. So, the next time you see an unbelievable offer, stop and ask, if it's really that good, why are they offering it to me? Think back to 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic flipped millions of lives upside down overnight. Jobs disappeared, businesses closed, and countless people were left scrambling. And it's not just pandemics. Life throws curveballs all the time. Cars break down, medical bills appear, theft happens. A U.S. survey showed that 40% of Americans couldn't cover even a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. Are you one of them? If so, you need an emergency fund. Aim for 6 months of living expenses. Want to feel truly secure? Go for a year. Yes, it sounds intimidating, but start small. Set aside even a tiny portion of your income each month into a separate account. Over time, that safety net grows, and when life surprises you, you'll be ready instead of panicked. Here's a harsh truth. Your job is not as secure as you think. In 2018, 21 million Americans were unemployed. In 2020, the pandemic caused massive layoffs across entire industries. If your salary is your only branch of income, one cut and it's gone. So think of yourself as a tree. A strong tree doesn't have just one branch. It grows many, and each one bears fruit. The more branches you grow through side hustles, investments, or new skills, the more stable your financial future becomes. Ask yourself right now, if I lost my job tomorrow, how long could I survive? If the answer scares you, it's time to start building new branches. Let's talk about that little plastic card in your wallet. Swiping it feels effortless, almost fun. But the fun ends when the bill comes. Have you ever opened a statement and thought, wait, how did I spend that much? Paying with cash makes spending feel real. Credit cards numb that pain, encouraging you to overspend. And guess what? Credit card companies know this. That's why they raise your limits to tempt you further. An MIT study even proved that people spend 100% more with cards than with cash. If your debt is piling up, don't wait for it to crush you. Acknowledge it, cut back, and start breaking free today. Now, on the flip side, some people avoid investing altogether because they're scared. But here's the thing, no risk, no reward. Bank interest rates today are pathetic, some as low as close to 0%. That doesn't even beat inflation. Meanwhile, well-managed investments can bring returns of 3% to 15%. Robert Kiyosaki said it best, the risk is not in investing. The risk is in not investing. If you let fear stop you, your money shrinks while everyone else's grows. Instead of avoiding investments, learn about them. Educate yourself, manage risks, and let knowledge be your shield. Fear keeps you stuck. Knowledge moves you forward. Some people take pride in saving, but here's the catch. Saving alone won't make you wealthy. Aside from your emergency fund, parking money in the bank only lets inflation eat it away. And let's be real, how often do those savings get drained by impulse purchases? Money only grows when you put it to work. Regular investment plans don't just grow your assets, they also keep your spending habits in check. When your money is locked into investments, you're less tempted to waste it. Delayed gratification today creates abundance tomorrow. So ask yourself, am I letting my money sit idle, or am I helping it grow? Finally, here's a simple but powerful fix. Do you have only one bank account? If so, you're setting yourself up for overspending. When all your money is in one pot, it's too easy to lose track. Instead, separate your funds. One account for emergencies, one for fixed expenses, one for fun, and if possible, a fourth for fixed savings. This way, you'll know exactly where your money goes. You'll protect your essentials, avoid debt, and steadily build your future reserves. So, take a moment and ask yourself, could opening just one more account change the way I handle money? The answer is yes. There you have it, the 10 money mistakes holding people back from financial freedom. So, which of these traps have you fallen into? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Start changing those habits today, and you'll see yourself moving closer to the financial freedom you've always dreamed of, step by step, choice by choice. This is Smart Money Basics, helping you make smarter moves and build lasting wealth. If this video gave you value, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs this advice. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.